General Srivastav, Director Sanjos, Dr. Kamath, Secretary D&D R&D and Chairman DRDO, General Man, Colonel Kuber, distinguished members from military faculty, industry, and other distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Very good morning to each one of you. I'd like to thank General Srivastav for inviting me to give this keynote address on this very important aspect which the military is seized with on a day-to-day basis, as the need is to develop new advanced materials to make our systems more robust and more strong. Advanced materials are critical field of expertise within the aerospace and defense sector that provide numerous benefits. These include reduced weight, increased mechanical resilience, increased conductivity that can radically improve the performance of various military and commercial technologies. The development of materials with unique physical and mechanical properties is key in delivering innovations in the design of ballistic armor, personal protective equipment, hypersonic weapon systems, aircraft, space systems, and many other allied subsystems pertaining to defense. So this need is immense and the scope is huge. As Indian Defence Forces engage in capability building and technical modernization over the next decades, with Atmanirbharta as underlying driver of the two, it is time to focus on the core issues of driving defense technology forward in the present day age, and that is the advanced materials. The main trends shaping advanced materials in defense over the coming years are firstly technology trends, which includes additive manufacturing, as referred by the Secretary D&D, 3D printing, lithium-ion batteries, among others. Secondary macroeconomic trends that include rising defense budgets, rising procurement and R&D cost, and economic sanctions, among others. And lastly, regulatory trends focusing on informational cooperation and environmental impact. While the seminar today largely dwells on the first trend, there is technology that drives the development of advanced materials. I urge the audience and participants of today's seminar to focus equally on the economic and the regulatory trends affecting the domain of advanced materials. The seminar comprises 4 sessions, with session 2 and 4 focusing on technology utilization of advanced materials in the field of aerospace, missiles, land and naval systems, rare earth elements and semiconductors, and finally additive manufacturing and 3D printing. The second session of the seminar focuses on advanced materials for aerospace, a trending topic in space, aviation and defense sector. Thanks in part to stupendous specs of Chandrayaan mission, which evoked a lot of interest in the mind of masses and has various facets in the mission. Indigenous solutions, to a large measure, contribute to manufacturing of material housing the crucial payload and the components of the satellite, a testimony to how far we have progressed in this field. Few environments are harsher than those encountered in aerospace applications. Extremes in temperature, friction, vibration can threaten the integrity of the mission critical components. High performance materials and especially alloys, to include metal matrix, composites and aerospace coatings, are needed to address the challenges posed with unforgiving environment of aerospace. As defense forces foray into niche technologies such as hypersonic, anti-satellite missile systems, requirement of advanced materials will become more stringent and pronounced. Further, the manufacturing of this material will have a clear various certification standards to be employed in defense sector. The third session of seminar focuses on the subject of advanced materials for land systems, missiles and naval application. This is a field of application of defense currently witnessing a major upheaval in the production of platforms, weaponry imbibing advanced materials in every aspect of design and manufacturing. Concomitant to maintaining operational efficiency of armed forces is equally pressing issue of ensuring safety and security of the troops and protection of weapons, platforms such as tanks, ships and submarines, broadly classified under head force protection measures. This is wherein composites and other advanced materials have stepped in to provide bulletproof, blast-proof, fireproof solutions. Blast-proofing of strategic platforms like ships and submarines, military vehicles, flying in counterinsurgency operations environment is the need of the hour. We at Headquarters IDS, in conjunct with services, have been trial evaluating indigenous proposals by the industry and academia in this field and have quite exciting and future-looking projects in this field. Some geopolitical ramifications. The fourth session seminar focuses on the very relevant and contemporary topic of smart and future materials, rare earths and semiconductors. Much of prevalent computer and mobile industry that thrive on emerging technologies such as 5G, AI, ML, Internet of Things, etc. are dependent on one common factor, semiconductors. Geopolitical ramifications with China at the epicenter of it are likely to shape the way this particular sector will be heading. In addition, all we are aware, Taiwan leads the world in semiconductor design and fabrication. Therefore, if we connect the dots, we can make meaning of the above statement of political developments affecting technological challenges. Strategic materials play a crucial and pivotal role in nations' development. Long gestation and development timelines for exploitation of minerals, rare earth elements assumes importance to prioritize this sector for self-reliance at a considerable cost. We at Headquarters have undertaken a detailed study on rare earth elements and the strategy of Atmanirbharta in this crucial sector. The overwhelming reliance, availability of RA in China and the extraction has caused criticalities in the manufacturing sector of the other nations, and that needs a revisit by India. The emphasis on fabrication and production of semiconductors through the new semiconductor policy is a welcome step in this regard. The last session dwells upon the current issue of broad application of 3D printing, additive manufacturing from its initial beginning in the commercial house building and allied industries. 3D printing has come a long way and is factoring diverse industry ranging from medical technologies to outer space. Some economic imperatives. As alluded earlier in my address, also mentioned by Dr. Kamath, economics and not just technical innovations R&D initiative is the most likely factor in deciding upon the adoption of technologies, products or platform. The report on rare earth elements was real revelation in that it brought out a skewed dominance of China in this sector. Deng Xiaoping very famously once remarked, if Middle East has oil, China has rare earth elements. This ever-growing ICT industry of computers and mobiles now seek safer offsets of conductors, semiconductors inside China's sphere of influence. This is where India, with its Atmanirbhar policy and R&D innovations in niche technologies and emerging technologies, stands to gain. The West's overwhelming dependence on China for rare earth elements has showed up the critical fault lines that are now being addressed rather late in that day. Tech behemoths such as Apple, Boeing, Lockheed Martin and Applied Materials are in great way tightly coupled with China owing to the relevance of advanced materials and semiconductors and rare earth atoms. India today seeks to move into semiconductor space with attractive investments, options a credible alternative to China's manufacturing industries. Own companies such as Tata Group's acquisition of Western plant for manufacturing chips and iPhones in India demonstrates the industry's resolve to step up involvement in this critical sector. 21st century lays emphasis on fighting and winning wars with indigenous solutions. Adoption through innovation of critical emerging technologies such as advanced materials, rare earth elements, composites and semiconductors is a way forward for our nation. Toward this, involving wide spectrum including public, private sector industries, academia, defense forces to meet their needs. The government is putting policy and procurement measures in place. Requisite hand-holding of industry exploring this nascent space is needed to be done at this critical juncture to enable capabilities to be built up and help obviate foreign dependencies in this field. This seminar comes at an opportune time to reflect and ponder on issues as elucidated earlier through our fresh and innovative solutions and help build crucial links between the industry, academia and the defense forces. And we are looking forward to a very detailed and comprehensive feedback post this seminar to build these weaknesses in our defense manufacturing system. Thank you very much, and we are very hopeful that this seminar will bring up a lot of new innovative solutions to bridge this technology gap and manufacturing. Thank you very much.